Hey, BridgeMakers. This is the other app I built community in, and I'm going to show you the diversity wheel that we've used in our communities in a variety of ways. You can find this world in Path XR if you want to venture out into the Meadowlands of Horizon Worlds. We will have an event where I can give some of you a wild world hop. Some of the stuff I've built and community built in there. Okay, so this is the hub, and I'd love to have, just FYI, a community space that looks a lot like this. This was prototyped and built over some time, and it's had some different iterations, but this is where I start out a lot of world hops. And the center space here has this pyramid that says diversity, equity, and inclusion. And if you grab this, you can see this wheel that's stacked with the most privileged identities on the bottom and the least privileged identities in the middle. The other thing is I'm going to go into create mode so you can, oh, that's kind of a mess. But yeah, that's the wheel. It actually has an extra 2 categories that the other one doesn't have, partly because, you know, we're adapting these kinds of models to virtual reality. And so the common ground of something that we all have to think about on privilege that we can release has to do with technology. And so you've got the biggest wedge is cell, computer, gaming device. The middle one is having a landline, like telephone. And then the middle wedge is none. So at minimum, we all in virtual reality likely fit with that wedge. And that helps us all have some common ground of privilege that we're redistributing. And then I'm going to think about which was the other one. I think it was age. Let me see. Yeah, the other one was age. Because specifically in VR, a lot of people don't think about age discrimination. So the biggest wedge you can see here is 20 to 40s. The next one is 0 to 20. And the top one is 40 plus as far as marginalized groups go. Please excuse the mess. I will grab some photos that are clean of this. And then I want to show you one other space because in here it just pops up like that. But there's another world that has it. No, sorry. Wrong one. Get my menu going here. It'll come up. Come on, menu. There we go. That I use it to teach the conflict resiliency model. And in this one, those wedges are grabbable. So it can be really helpful. I have this actually in multiple worlds, but this is the most common one that I use it in. To be able to grab the wedges and hold them and talk about power and privilege is really awesome. You know, a fancier version of this would be able to grab the wedges and then you get a profile registry basically that is persistent for when you return to the world that you can choose to disclose or not, but has the different ones that you've picked out. And even in better worlds, you could have a like the ability to come and add like voice recordings and notes and stuff, so you could use the world as almost like a workshop. But this one up here, so you know, this is my workshop area. I love this space so much. I built it in alt space, and then it was such a good world for so many things that I built it in here also. It's very random, but it works. Anyways, so this is the diversity wheel in here, and these are grabbable, basically. And then if you let go of them for long enough, then they return to their original spots if the script is still working. I think I put it as a 30-second piece. Let's hope that that remembers, or the script might have broken. Oh, there we go. Nice. That always kind of is reassuring to people that they can see that it returns and it's not messy. Okay, I'm going to grab yeah, this one looks so much better. I'm going to move these out of the way, and I'll take a picture of this. Oh, actually, we want the light on there. World building in here is an adventure for sure. Move the light. There we go. Look at all those bright things. Okay, so I will take a picture and then you will have this for asset creation. Thank you, thank you. And if anybody wants to build a really kick-ass workshop world like this, it's really, really fun. I have all kinds of secrets inside of it. Like this is a little area that I put stuff sometimes, and then this was the new area I was growing, where you can, okay, I know I'm getting off tangent and totally nerding out here, but you can see the model build in this kind of amphitheater space. It's pretty fun. You just have to figure out where the little button is for that. Where did my button go? Maybe it's over here, actually. Nope. Okay, well, you don't get to see that part. Oh, you know what it is. I put it back up here because the amphitheater was not ready. So this is what built-in the model looks like. Maybe I'll cut this up into 2 videos. This is this very primitive little button to just test it, and then it just remained. But basically it's like a 3-dimensional model that builds piece by piece by piece. You have the emotions that are growing here. This is very primitive, but it has worked. It's been a great conversational piece. And every time I click the button, it grows another line. My vision or hope for this, if it was built in something like Unity, is that each one of these bubbles is like an electron cloud of particles. And when you go and you touch that, they're like magnetic to your hand. And if you keep your hand in there long enough or whatever, then it basically is going to take you to another spot where you learn about that emotion through these little vignettes. Like, how do we know it's terror and not rage? What if you take this emotion and it's magnetizing towards your hand, and then you put your hand in this one with those particles already coming? Now you have terror and rage together. And that would bring you to a different realm where you're looking at like macro level war and, you know, these crimes of passion and whatever. So there's a way that this could kind of become this library of emotional awareness states and the chemistry, almost like a chemistry lab of emotions, to understand like where we all get activated and how to come back to the middle. So this is like a 3-hour workshop, but it just keeps building. I'm sure there's a better way to do this. Hopefully you don't get overwhelmed by this. And then eventually you get to rename all your uncomfortable roles with these new names. So the villain becomes the challenger, the hero becomes the coach. And by reframing all these different things, you start to like rewire a conflicting moment in just the little doses. Okay, I'm going to stop recording now. But thank you, and yay.